All right, Carl Eschenbach, you've just been inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. Outstanding American. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Well, I must admit, I'm feeling very honored and very blessed to be here in this place with so many great athletes and so many distinguished members of the Hall of Fame, and to be here with my family and friends who literally traveled from across the country, all the way from Maine to California. It just feels phenomenal. As they were reading a little bit about my history and my athletic career and my work career, I must say I was holding back some tears, trying not to cry, because you don't really realize some of the things you've accomplished until someone reads them. And I was just standing here thinking how I've had such a blessed life, and the impact wrestling has had on my life is just amazing. This is truly one of the greatest honors of my life, and to be here with my family, friends, and all of the other members is truly a blessing.
When you wrapped up your wrestling career, could you have ever imagined this occurring one day?
That's about the easiest question I've ever been asked. The answer is no. I would have never expected to be here. I never would have expected to even be considered. And to be here is truly an honor.
So recently, you've been kind of getting involved with the Wrestlers in Business Network. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I got introduced to the Wrestlers in Business Network through Mike, and I've now had the opportunity to do some, talks to the team, talking about business, talking about the impact wrestling has had on my professional career. And from those initial conversations we've had, I've now started to network and meet with so many different wrestlers, past wrestlers that are now in business, and help them think about their professional journey, and help them think about how to scale both personally and professionally, and how to leverage everything they learned in their wrestling career and take it into the business career. So it's been a really fun thing to be part of. I didn't even know it existed until Mike got in touch with me, but it's been a real fun thing to be part of.
What do you think wrestlers bring into the business world that's kind of unique to them?
I think they bring tenacity, they bring grit, and they bring determination. When you go into the business world, everyone thinks everything's going to be up and to the right, and you're just going to have an amazing career. But in fact, it's a struggle, and wrestling is struggling. And if you bring the mentality you had on the mat to your professional career, it helps you persevere and get through some of those personal and professional challenges each and every day. So I think there's a lot of synergies between wrestling and your professional career. And if you look at wrestlers, a lot of them have had amazing careers, and I think it's attributed to what they learned on the mat.
So, Pennsylvania, best wrestling state in the country?
Oh, bar none. I'll take it one step further. District 11, best district wrestling in the country.
I think there's a lot of people, specifically in Pennsylvania, that would back you on that statement. Do you have any memories that stick out in particular from your time wrestling?
Yeah, it goes all the way back to my early days wrestling when I was a young boy learning to wrestle, 3, 4, 5 years old, with my father, traveling to tournaments, traveling to AAU tournaments, spending nights in little hotels around the East Coast. I think so. It had to do a lot with my family and just family time. And then also, I think just wrestling in high school, it was just an amazing sport, and to do it with so many of my friends. And I was also very fortunate to live in the backyard of a very good wrestling school, East Stroudsburg University. So as a junior and senior in high school, I was very fortunate to be able to work out with the college wrestlers. And I always felt like that was so much fun to do, being a younger guy, wrestling with them and just experiencing that.
So, three-sport athlete in high school, had pretty good success in all of them. What's different about wrestling from the other sports?
Well, I think what's different is, it's mano y mano. It's you and one other individual on the mat in front of everyone. You can't turn to someone for advice. You can't turn to someone for maybe a little bit of coaching. But at the end of the day, it's you and, just your perseverance that you have to have against another individual. There's no one to blame. If you lose a match, it's because of yourself. It's not because someone else did. So I think what's different is, the other ones are team sports. Yes, wrestling is a team sport as well, but it has a lot to do with the individual.
You've kind of already answered this in a general sense, but specifically, where do you feel that wrestling's helped you the most in your business career?
I think it's the perseverance, tenacity, and grit. I really do. Listen, I didn't go to a great Ivy League school. I didn't go to one of the top universities for, engineering or computer science or business. But I use everything I gained through wrestling to help me compete against my peers. Like, I just believe that wrestling taught me a couple things, and it taught me that will beat skill every day. It's all about your attitude. It's all about your drive. And I actually think, while you may not always be the smartest person in the room, you can outwork people, you can out-hustle them every single day, and that's what's going to determine more of your business success than anything else.
Excellent. Well, congratulations, Carl. Well deserved. Thank you for your contributions to the sport.
Thank you so much, Mike.